What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. Oh my gosh. In this one, we're building, or continuing the Let's Build for Sunflower Valley, the city. This is episode 4, and we're live. Stop. Wow, that was fast, Nova. Hi, I got ping. Give me like 2 seconds, though, to do it. Boop. That was unrelated, Okay, you know what? No, you got it. Never mind. Or not. What are we doing? Hello, Georgie Bros. Hello, Amelis. Hello, Bladen. Hello, Ultimate. Hello, Roman. Hello, Nathan. Okay, well, whatever. What are we doing? I don't know. I saw you typing and I got scared. Your typing scares me. I'm okay. How are you, Bladen? Hello, Cappy. Hello, Void. So... Oh, yeah, right. I exterminated the mountain. I don't really have a plan, to be honest. What, is this the thing that tells me what I've already done? Yeah, okay, it is. So get out of here. We don't need you. It's fine, Georgie Bros. I'll just remember that next stream when I am banning you. Kind of just trying to think what my next, like, logical direction here is. I feel like doing something with this road. Or something here. Yeah, and then I saw you were typing, so I was like, okay, you're gonna ping before you hear me say that, so I stopped, and then... It was just awful. All of it was awful. Hello, Lightning Blocks. Oh. You know... I could technically turn one of these caves into something. Hello, Hex Crew. My bad, I didn't see that. Okay, well, what I'm gonna do is more terraforming at the end of the day. It's night, but more terraforming eventually with this, because, right? Well, I suppose I just need to really flatten like this off here and make this all grass, and then I can kind of live with it being a different height. It's not a huge deal. I'll just have a slope between the backyards. It's fine. Yeah, Spooky. You're actually not that late, but hi. Mineshaft. Not what I was thinking, although that idea is kind of in my head. I was thinking like a, not a scenic thing, like a... I don't know what they're called, but like the caves you can go and get tours of. Because we did one of those in St. Louis, and it was... Well, actually it wasn't in St. Louis, but it was when we were there, and it was fun. They're made of Minecraft blocks, Ultimate. It's birch, though, the main block. And then this is mangrove wood. Obviously, that's bricks. And yeah. This is neither. It's all custom. It's a custom city, but it's not based on a game, and it's not real either. So yeah. Hopefully everyone is having a good day or night. I am for the most part. For those of you who've seen or saw in the Discord, though, I still can't hear. Which is great. My one ear just is not allowing me to do what an ear does, which is, you know, hear things. So, it's been a little annoying, for sure. But, oh well. Okay, now I have to make this terraformed logically. I suppose. Thank you, Georgie Bros. It's just really annoying. But, what can you do? Other than just here, I guess. That's something you could do. Why is that so flat? Is it because I filled that like that? I'm confused. How do you get XP with hopes and dreams? I can turn that off, by the way. I should. Because I think it's dumb. Hi, Gamga. Sounds like a fun time. But it's something about chatting and being here and existing and a couple other things that I really don't know. This broken so your radio phone doesn't hear either twins. Well, yeah, no. One's real and one is only online. But listening to music sucks because, like, it's so quiet. Without me turning it all the way up, at least. Hello, Charlie. Is this another cave? What are these caves, actually? They're just here to make my life harder. I swear. I don't think so, but, like, I am worried that's a potential, Georgie Bros. But, like, it doesn't hurt like that. It's just, like, just kind of weird. Hello, Roxy. Game is this? I wonder. Wonder what game I could be playing on this fine Thursday? Frick, Thursday. Afternoon. It's definitely afternoon, 100%. What is going on here? What isn't going on, more importantly? Have fun, Void. It's a rare infection. You know what? That would somehow be better, Spooky. Somehow, some way. It would be better. Could I just do, like, 2s for this? Yeah, I can do probably 3. No, I can't do 3s. Banish to the Shadow Realm. Well, actually, I can, because I can break some of that if I really need. Although it's not going to be consistently 3s, it's just going to be as it is, you know? Hello, user. Thank you, thank you. Hi, Charm. Anybody either see the short that I posted yesterday, like last night, or see the animatronics at least for the Halloween costume stuff? I want them so bad. Although I'm gonna wait till they're off pre-order because I feel like not having discounts on pre-orders is a scam. I don't see any reason that should be the case other than because they like their money. So. Robo-Huggo, yep. I'm more interested in Catnap. If I could only get one, I'd pick Catnap. But if I could get both, I'd get both. Which I hope I will. Hi, Chris. Yeah, I mean, Real Georgie Bros, I can get them, and I definitely will. But it is definitely like okay, yeah. That's a lot of money. But I'll figure it out. It just, of course, it changes what I was planning to get from everywhere else. Like, I was gonna get the well from Home Depot, but I'm gonna wait on that, because, I'd like to see it in person first, since apparently it's only 5 feet tall, which I would like it to at least be 6. I do not play piano, no. It'd be fun, though. I'd love to know. This road doesn't matter, because I'm gonna have the road anyway, but I'm still gonna terraform, like, that full area in its fullness, because that makes grammar. Yup, Thank you, user. I despise terraforming, yet sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do, I guess. Get this out of here. I'll kind of, like, smooth this off as I go, I guess. I don't really know what's happening here. That's gonna be annoying. This is just going to be more an extension of the neighborhood that I'm just adding on a less flat part because I don't want the whole thing to be flat. That's kind of weird. I think so, Splorky. I think you spelled it correct. I'm gonna let the grass fix itself because I don't care. Small shop. I will eventually. I'll have more stuff like that. I just kind of got to be in the position for something like that, you know what I mean? Like, I feel like where I'm at, none of that kind of stuff makes sense. Like, when I picture a small shop, I picture, like, on a main street sort of type of road thing. Like an older type where all the buildings are connected. And I'm not quite at a point to do anything like that, so... But there's a lot of good ideas for sure that I will have opinions from you all, like things you guys would want to see. Once I'm at a position to where I can start doing more, than kind of just having to pick specific stores or restaurants that work in any given situation. I am from the US, yes sir. At a water tower? Make a town name. The town name is Sunflower Valley, you dumb frit. But that would be cool, I agree. I wonder where I could fit one, though. Okay, that did cover the granite. I'm gonna have a store named the Money Laundering Store, Gamga. How's that sound? I mean, I suppose it would have its own name. Like, you could call it, I don't know. Sunny Place or something. I don't really know. Hi, T-Jack. What? What are we whatting? What are we holding? Huh? Sunnyside? Oh, yeah. Something like that. I'll think about that later, though. First, I must terraform. What? Naming a store money laundering store? Is that the part you have a concern with? Not the implication? I mean, I know it's the implication, not the name, but I'm trying to... Shut up. Laundromat called Cash Launderers. Yeah, it's great. That's perfect. Church would be cool. Once I have a spot for one. I suppose that could be closer to the residential stuff. No, actually, although they were earlier because I was using, I was doing that type of thing with the level 8 in backrooms. You know, where you're exterminating the, I was using bats because bees is already a command actually in that world. But I was doing that and I was just like, oh yeah, this is, just like chapter 3. Alright. Because I was also using coarse dirt. Lampposts. I'll get there. I'll get there. Have a little bit of patience. I'll get there. Although I did kind of completely forget that those were a thing I should add. To be honest. Both? No. It can't be both. That's not an option. Because I said so, it's not an option. Giant zoo aquarium. One building that's both. I feel like most zoos have little aquariums in them, no? Or like sections, like indoor sections where you have aquatic type-ish things. Like Maybe not fish exactly, but frogs or whatever else. Whatever other sticky animals. Sounds sticky. If I have to do that again, Georgie Bros, is I'm committing atrocities. And not in Rocket League. You'll happily be a dolphin in the zoo? What does that even mean? What is the implication of that? Hello, Harry. That mall that you're speaking of is, in the scope of city tutorials, just too big to do. I want to do a sort of mall tutorial. I have some ideas, but that one in specific, one was actually built with a texture pack, so I'd have to redo, like, everything, actually. And two is just so unbelievably large for no reason. I actually forgot how big it was, but we were on a Twitch stream recently looking at old worlds. And City was one of them, and I saw that mall, and I was like, oh wow, that's a lot larger than I thought it was. But anyway. Get this dirt block out of here. Did the others grow yet? They're getting there. They're getting there. Alright, how's that for a nice little hill? Yeah, that's nice. That looks fairly natural. I mean, I suppose at the end of the day, it's night, am I right? Second time I've said that this stream, by the way. But I suppose the main goal here is to just make it look natural. This block, though... What do I do? Because I was going to do just the same, have a road going back and have houses, but the amount that I'd have to take out of this mountain for that is not really ideal. Well, I suppose what I could do is trim it a little bit more, and then I will have to still take some off, but try to slant it up a little bit on the backside, so like preferably between houses or something. I don't think it'd be ideal regardless of what I do, but I don't know. I don't know. There? Yes. Which is ironically right on the end of that grass platform, so I'll extend it another block further. I could technically just do houses here and switch the direction. But I still have the same issue because then I just am dealing with... I'm dealing with something regardless. But I think I am going to actually switch them because the only thing that gives me an issue there is this side, but I can manage. Or I can just not have houses on this side, which I might do. But how many houses do I want? Like, between 10 and 20. So if I have 2 here, that would give me 7 in total. Probably an 8th, actually. Well, no, I could go back and then start to use some of that side, but it's so inconvenient. Running through that's a valley? So true. I don't feel like it was... Never mind, actually. It's not important. Oh, right! That's 4! Not 3. Is that fine? Yeah, whatever. I'll make it work. I dislike how different the slabs look. Like, the color of it. I mean, it's not, but I think it's because the top edge doesn't have the line like you can see on the top of the block, so the thickness of it just looks weird to look at. I don't know. It scares me. Not actually, but you get the point. Okay. I'm turning into a marketable plushie. Thank you and hello, Beyond the Stuff. I went further on this. I'll eventually do a soccer pitch. Sorry, I just, you know, the Americanism in me. Because I did a field originally, like, way back when, and I do plan on doing a refresh version of it, which would probably be the same as the ice skating rink was, to some capacity. Although I don't know if I'll do it exactly like that. I haven't thought about it. Grocery shopping today, your fridge is finally full. Nice. You got any Tums, Chris? That's always helpful for that. Does suck though. Do you think I named this sport, Spooky? Like, why are you asking me this? I didn't name it. I just call it what everybody else has told me it's called. So that's my philosophy here. Mud is such a rage bait block because what do you mean I can't walk up this? We need mud slabs so we can counteract that. I don't think that's true. If you want to believe that, sure, but I don't think that's true. Hi, Mouse. I'm pretty excited for cushions, yeah. I had a usage for them I was thinking about earlier, and now I can't remember what it was. Clearly it wasn't important. It was on some random build, I think, though. But they'll be pretty useful if you know how to use them. Which, I don't know if there is gonna be a correct way, I guess. This is a road. Yes, mud is a pixel shorter, I know. But that was precisely my point as to, like... That is annoying. I mean, I don't think... It's not visually shorter. Like, Grass Path is. Does Grass Path do the same, actually? The one that's actually a pixel shorter is the one that doesn't let you climb up a or is the one that does let you climb up a slab. What is that? Okay. See, like, mud is solely here to make our lives miserable. Yeah, I'm sure that's fantastic. Whoa, I made the roads 9, not 7. My brain just defaults to 7, because that's what I always do. For farms, I mean, yeah. Well, I don't mind the logic of it, it's just... Again, then Dirt Path should also react the same to at least being stepped on. Just gravity. Oh yeah. It's the next merch item coming. Totally. Hello, Goofy. I used mud also in... It was Little Nightmares 2. I used it as a checkerboard, or part of a checkerboard, in the hospital. And I think it was also in Chapter 4, but that's besides the point. And walking along it is just so aggravating for 2 reasons. Because the flashlight command I used in that world to make a working flashlight would only fill the block you were basically, like, taking up. So if I'm standing here, it would be taking that block. Normally when I do it instead, it would also, like, now it would take this. And since mud was slightly lower, you would technically, if you're standing on the mud here, you would be on this, like, the mud block, not the block above it. Which meant... The flashlight command would work because it can't fill the mud with air, obviously, because that just breaks the map. So it would just flicker on and off, and also you'd just be, like, it'd be the bumpiest ride of your life. Hello, Revol. Wow, that is a Revol, my bad. That is a long while for sure. That's crazy. Just mud when. Yeah, I'm just gonna ship a jar of mud out. Since we got a good amount of people here, first off, hi everyone. Second off, for those of you who like the Backrooms content, tomorrow's video is a Backrooms video, and it's probably my favorite video like I've ever made. It's certainly up there on the list, so I'd love if you all would watch that when it comes out tomorrow. It's pretty cool. It's like 11, it's not even 11 minutes actually, but I guess in the grand scheme of the logs, that is decently long. So, yeah, and I'd love some feedback on it as well, because it's a big part of a, like, story I'm doing. It's a long segment. I got carried away. There were, like, 2 parts that I could have used, and I didn't know which I wanted. So, I just picked both. That was my logic, and it worked, so. 32. What is it gonna be? 34. 36. Okay, I think I am gonna do 36, just so I have the mental note of that. I'll name it H, I guess, because that's also... Oh, wait, 37 would have... Okay, well, I gotta remember that, but that's fine, actually. Yeah, okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. Okay, 37 is there, and I gotta count to 36 now. 9, 12, 15, 18, 21, 24, 27, 30, 33, 36. I'm just gonna do this, and, you know, I'll figure it out. Okay, what's the rotation, though? That's something I should be wondering. It's gonna be one of those, obviously. If I'm correct, it's 270. If I'm correct. There's a 50-50 chance, and I like my odds here. Yes, okay, cool. That was a little scary, I'm not gonna lie. Add play count? No. Just simply no. This is a city intended to be a city, not a Playco or like a... It's not like Dirt City where I would have added, or where I did add Playco, actually. This, all that stuff stays separate from this, so... Do I want another one, is the real question. Okay, yes, because I can do 3 across, and then I can loop it and have it connect back to however it'll connect on that side. That's none of my business. I mean, it is my business, but that's whatever. H 270, and I'm pushing it over on the Z by 35, maybe? 36. I was basically right. That was basically first try, if you don't think about it too hard. Okay. I'm definitely going to need to restructure block these again later, but that's fine. I'll figure it out, or I won't, or I'll remember. I probably won't, actually, because I don't see me doing much more neighborhood work in this particular stream. No, Spooky. I have no desire to make anything Poppy Playtime related in City. If you have a question, just ask the question. You don't need my permission to ask a question. Also, hi, Beaks. Sorry I didn't see you. Thoughts autocorrected to thighs? I mean, I guess it knows the words you use mostly. You're doing more, or I guess what I was gonna say doesn't work, so never mind. I was gonna say you're thinking about thighs more than you're thinking, but that doesn't make sense because you have to be thinking in order to, you know? Oh, that wasn't how I was going to word it. I don't know how I was going to word it. I think that was the part that made me realize it didn't work, is when I tried to configure the sentence in my head. Yes, yes, Mouse, precisely. In my universe, it's not real. That's just so cool. I agree. As much as I've kind of, at least for now, lost some interest in the game, just I'll get it back. Don't worry. For those of you who are like, but what about the builds? They look so cool. And they both seem pretty big too. I mean, they're not obviously accurate, but Huggy is what, 7.5 feet and Catnap's over 6, which is insane because Catnap is deeper than he is tall. So if he's, that would be 6 feet tall. He's probably built like that. You know what I mean? That's crazy. Yeah, so true. That's not a question, Alan. Although, I'll tell you. Yeah, that's true. Well, actually, that wouldn't have applied with that one, because probably by the time you saw it was locked, it wouldn't have. But all of them have early access tags. I'm gonna let you guys in on a little secret. If the early access tag is removed from, if you see it on a tutorial, like especially one of the multi-part ones, and it's either disappears or you just don't see it at all on like a whatever, a PPT or whatever, that means it's releasing in that coming week. So like, if you see, let's say the Freddy Fazbear real life tutorial, that's not a thing by the way, and the early access tag is gone, that means it's releasing either today or tomorrow, because that's in this week. On Saturdays, it would be the whole week ahead because I always take them off on Saturday when I do the schedule and I get everything ready. So, yeah, obviously some are members only, but those are pretty old, and you'll just know them. You'll know them when you see them. But hopefully that like answers a lot of your questions about members only, because I've been trying to do the early access tag, but at some point I got to remove them, right? So when they release publicly, you don't whatever, and that seems to be where the confusion happens, or just in general still for fun there's confusion. Yeah, the walls are something. Yeah, actually what Mouse said, I'm gonna... Okay, I have one that you have to do that for, to be fair. It's the interior for early prototype, but it's early prototype, for God's sake. Like, who cares about that house? I don't. But people didn't like that, so I was like, okay, I won't do that again. Although I wouldn't do it in a situation where you have a multi-part thing like PPT as an example, because... No. I just wouldn't. But I try to generally listen to feedback and actually be like, okay, yes to this, no to this, whatever. I do try to listen. 3, 6, 9, 10, 11. Yeah, that's fine. I don't really need anything crazy. I don't want to know, user. I just don't. Quite simply. See you later, also, hi, Tune. Maybe? That could be Saturday. No, because Saturday's Ban. Does it not have a tag on it? It should. Hold on, I'm checking now. Because I don't think it's scheduled, unless it is, and I'm dumb. Members... There's too many videos scheduled. Oh yeah, it just doesn't. My bad. I just forgot it on that one. There's also another tutorial I completely forgot it on that I'm now seeing, but... So yeah, that's an exception. I suppose that is also a thing, but no, that one is not scheduled yet. That should be soon, though, anyway, because I've been wanting to get that out, I just haven't. I wonder if I had it scheduled. and then moved it because of the... No, because I would have... That wouldn't have made a difference for... Whatever, it doesn't make sense. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Three blocks. Don't ask where that number comes from, but 3 blocks. Maybe 4 if I'm feeling frisky. So it'll be there. 1, 2, 3, 4. I just love this game. It's so much fun. Negative 36, maybe? Yes, that looks correct. And then I have to rotate it to 90. I know that one. Yes, and that will be... Whoa, that is way up there. But yeah, that's fine. And that's kind of just... I'm trying to sort of keep a mountain-ish, even if it's rounded off a lot, but... Yeah, I'll be playing Chapter 6 when it comes out. I still enjoy playing the game. I just, I'm not one of those people that, Sorry for any of you who know exactly who I'm hinting at or what I'm saying, but, I'm not one of those people who dislikes puzzles in a puzzle game. So, I'm still gonna play it, and I enjoyed Chapter 5 a ton. I'm not gonna... God dang it! I'm not gonna do one of those moves. You know what I mean? I feel like I should just dig all the way through. Actually, no, because what I can do is I can take the 2 coordinates that I need, which are 10 and negative 26. I got that. 10 and negative 26. I can't see. Once I reach negative 25, I can stop. I might... Yeah, okay, I'm gonna break out. Wow, I should have just broken through then the whole time. Wait, no, that... It should be there. I put the number in my head of 25, and then I forgot that that wasn't actually what I needed. That's also the wrong rotation. H... 90... There we go. What it got multiplied? Something would have. The fence. Okay, that's actually fine. Also excavates more for me, which is cool. Yeah, perfect. You got a view to a random mountain like that. Yeah, actually, Georgie Bros, you missed a revolution. What game except Minecraft? I wouldn't even say Minecraft is my favorite. Hollow Knight Silksong. I love Silksong so much. Such a good game. Where is this structure block hiding? Hello. Oh, it's on this corner, isn't it? Yeah. But Silksong is just not even close the best game I've ever played. Phenomenal game. If anybody wants like a really difficult game to play and was looking for a suggestion, there's your suggestion. This is going to be too many, isn't it? Nope. Cool. And I will also do the same going up to get the top of this out of the way. Okay. Why are you like this? You parasite! I did not do anything to my Pomni plushes, plural. You gotta, if you're gonna spread misinformation, you gotta do it correctly. This puzzle's in PBT, what a sin. I'm not playing after 6. I mean, I kind of respect, if you don't like the game, don't play it, obviously. But, at the same time, there are some complaints I just can't agree with, and I will make fun of them. So, it's just how I am. It's how we're wired. Structure blocks, they can be a little confusing, for sure. I have used them a lot, so I'm kind of familiar with how they work, but... Hello, Isaiah. Anything else exciting I can share? I don't think so. Spirit should be starting next week for me, which is cool. Which does mean the schedule will be weird, but I have to confirm what is going on because I haven't heard anything since... since I heard something, you know what I mean? Oh no, it looks like I've taken Ragatha and dropped her in the deep fryer. Confusing chases. Yeah, no, that is fair. The Lovebraid's chase after the tea party scene made no sense to me. That one, I was stuck on that for a little while because it was like, it looked like you were supposed to follow Kissy because why wouldn't you? But you actually weren't. They just lied to your face. That one was definitely misleading. The Kane's office. It just, both Kane's office and Dorm Hall just kind of go off into the distance somewhere. You'll place them pretty much wherever. And then it'll be a command block that teleports you there that I show you how to do. I pretty much am, yeah, mouse, actually. That's how it feels right now. Although this was before I was deaf, there's a difference. Hello, Angela. Nice. What props haven't we seen from Spirit? There's a bunch. I know they haven't actually properly shown Freddy. Freddy Fazballs. Although we know what he looks like. Still trying to decide what I want to buy from them. But like, because I had a couple things that I was looking at just overall. And then again, Halloween costumes just decided to drop the bomb that is Catnap and Huggy. And now I'm like, do I... I'm gonna go one block lower. Do I buy... Do I buy them and then just say whatever else I can? I don't know. Watch your fastballs or else, yeah. Yeah, if you can, focus on both. Alanek, I feel like the stream is pretty good background noise for something like that. Me personally, when I did it, I just locked in with some music. And I got most of it done. Actually, I got all of it done. At least the second time I got it all done in a day. Like, just after that, after I recorded that part one. I don't know about when I did it originally, because that was such a weird process. This is my spouse, okay. Store opening soon. Signs, yo. I haven't checked my store. I'd imagine we don't yet, but... Well, no. Because if... I'm assuming most stores are supposed to open August 1st. That's what I'm guessing. Obviously, Flagship is. We know that. But I think also normal stores are. Although I could just be wrong. Maybe it is just Flagship. I don't know. We'll see. Hello, BGA. The Wordle today. Should I do it live on stream? Should I do the Wordle, guys? I feel like that's a fun little off thing. Why not having used 12 different types of quartz and payload to keep things not looking the same? That's incredible. Alright. Alright, guys. You ready? Wordle. Let me make sure I don't get doxxed before I do anything else. Okay. Is Spain gonna count as a word? Oh, it is. Oh, I hate this game already. Wolfie. Is cloak like that a word? It is. Okay, so it ends in an E. It's gonna end in a double E. 3. Darn it. Gummy. Gummy. Is that a bad guess? No, that's not a bad guess. Okay. I'm so smart. Let's go. Butte, right? I don't even think I know how that's pronounced. Gummy goop. Hi, RN. Yeah, you know it. Ha, but. Oh, I love how YouTube hid that comment. That's great. What is a butte? Let me confirm that I'm... An isolated hill with steep vertical sides. Okay, yeah, that's what I thought. I knew it was some sort of geography. I'm just gonna hide that. I'm gonna forget that that's hidden, though, and it's gonna screw me up next time I stream Rocket League. But it's fine. Hello, Lance. Nice. What were you doing? I must note. How's your day also? It's a good question. Clearly I knew the word if I guessed it, I guess. So all of a sudden, cause why not? The fun part about these streams is just going off the grid a little bit, you know, and just doing something random like that. Okay, you're gonna be my marker because I said so. You know, cushions. I really think they're good. I've said this a couple times just in general, but they don't feel vanilla, which is the one thing I don't like. They're so like off the I guess again off the grid to me. Like they don't feel like something we would normally get in Minecraft, but I think they're still gonna be good. It's gonna be a thing, like I think as we, you know, as they're added and as we get to see them more, my opinion will change more and I'll kind of be able to be more like yes or no, but it definitely doesn't feel like a vanilla item. For decoration. Yeah, no, there's gonna be a lot of great usages for them. I'm not denying that. Hello, two guys. Minecraft's not Minecraft. I think it does that sometimes. Mine has had the tendency to just randomly crash recently. I got scared, though, because the first time it did that, like, first time it crashed in, I don't know, a while, it was on the, like, as I loaded into the backrooms map, I was like, uh-oh. Did the map break? Did we overwork Minecraft or something? But no, it just was being difficult. So you're saying just be able to sit without an item, T-Jack? That doesn't necessarily feel any more logical to me, though, you know what I mean? The one thing that I just find strange is, like, the way they work. Although, I guess being able to put them on stairs is nice. Or, like, in stairs, I suppose. Sure, you posted the, catnap animatronic one and the Huggy as well, but... Frick Huggy, I'm kidding, I don't actually hate Huggy. I was looking through, I don't have Discord open, darn it, but I was looking through his images, and I noticed one of the images they have, his eyes are glowing red, and he just looks stoned out of his mind, which is really funny, but at the same time, why he look like that? Why did they make Huggy just absolutely on it, you know? Bro, there was never logic. Yes, but that's more logical, no? I suppose if... I don't know. I think it's definitely the little yellow plastic toy, Chris. I think Spoonman's prophecy is real. Or the prophecy of Spoonman, something like that. Who is Spoonman? I don't think I want to tell you, actually. I feel like it's funnier to just leave you confused. No, no, Spoonie, you are not. Us, we are all Spoonman. It's all Spoonman? Always has been. Yo, nice, BGA. You going somewhere fun? A cruise? Ooh, that sounds fun. I love cruises. Ah, my grass. Dare I say it's a grassacre. Get it? Because, like, grass and death, you know? Is this level 94? You know what? Sure, why not? Oh my god, Georgie Bros. I keep forgetting the name, but what was the one player's name that Spooky's reminding me of? A Sprinkle Nut or something? Did they? Okay, yeah, they did ask it twice. I feel like we should have gone for it a third time, actually. I did watch the Backrooms movie. I watched it on opening night. Haven't seen the little bonus thing they did, though. The extended version. The Extendo Backrooms. Have fun, Mouse. You sound excited. Yippee. An entire kingdom of candy. Sounds sticky. I don't know where that came from. I mean, obviously it came from TADC, but where it came from in my current thought process. I'm gonna let it suffer in its own hands or something. I don't know what to, The best part is, you can eat them. How can we completely miss the point of the back rooms? I have two things to say to that. One, no, it didn't, and two, the backrooms doesn't really have a point. The point is what you make it. So trying to say it missed the point when the point is what Kane wanted it to be doesn't make any sense, because one, it obviously it hit his point, he made it, and two, there is no general point. And three, if there was, it's pretty on point to me. Hello, Batu. Hello, Elena. Thank you. I appreciate that. Glad you enjoyed them. I'm gonna fill in these little gaps first. Then I might move on from the neighborhood once I finish this little hill, and also get the fences laid out probably. Yeah, I saw that, BGA. I don't even know if I want to know. Like, what it is. I'll probably, on the Twitch stream tomorrow, I'll probably start by just, like, playing it and then go to, I don't know, something. RL, maybe. I don't think I've ever had sushi. I'm not a huge seafood fan in general, so... not really something that would appeal to me. Yeah, Gamgam. That's what makes the backrooms so interesting to me, is there's so many different canon, like, things. You can make your own, you can find so many. You don't have to follow to one thing to be the backrooms. Although I suppose Kane's movie doesn't necessarily change that, but I think it alters that a little bit to where now people have that vision in their head, so they're gonna find that vision more correct, you know? Even though it isn't necessarily more correct than any other version. I just love fences. No, Batu. It is only Little Nightmares 2, but it is all chapters of Little Nightmares 2. Aside from, I guess, Gnome's Attic, which I was gonna add at one point and then just never did. For one reason or another. Or no reason, who knows. Favorite food? We had this conversation on the Twitch the other day. If it's just like it itself, plain, I would say pizza. But burgers, like cheeseburgers in general, because there's so many different things you can add on cheeseburgers that just make them so much better. But like, I wouldn't have a plain cheeseburger and be like, this slaps. You know what I mean? It's just, it's not that kind of a thing. It's the one with no entities. Forget the original. Save if you hear something wandering nearby because it sure as hell heard you. Yeah, that's true, actually. My favorite thing in the back rooms, especially with like the fandom version and whatever, is the fact that you can have entities in certain areas and entities not in other areas. That's one of the things that makes it so intriguing to me, at least, is you can just kind of pick, like, okay, this level here should have an entity, or this one shouldn't. Like, some levels are creepier when you're alone, some are creepier when you know there's something there. Having that sort of ability to pick and choose them is definitely something I've tried to do. Although I do find that a lot of the times if you have the correct entity, it's terrifying. But my, like... Again, I don't really want to say my canon, but... I suppose I don't have a better way to say it, so... My Backrooms canon is a lot more... I guess it is similar to Kane's, but it's a little different because it's more so based on what you imagine comes true rather than things being copied. Yup, what Nova said. Buy the merch, please. And if enough people show interest in that stuff, I would absolutely love to do a plushie. And also thank you everybody who has bought stuff, because it does help. I do appreciate it. Cheeseburgers 5 times a day for all 8 days on the cruise I'm going on? That's crazy. The cruise we went on had, like, sandwich shop, which was like had ham and cheese sandwiches, I think, and oh my goodness, they were so good. Okay, what are we at? 6 plus 5 is 11. Nice. And then, yeah, I'll connect those roads, probably have a road there, and I can add houses around the edges of the extra space, and then that gives me a reasonably sized neighborhood. Nothing insane, but... Glad you enjoyed the Hello Neighbors. Those were fun to do, I'm not gonna lie, especially when I was remaking all of them. It's nice to revisit old builds and just make them better. Thank you, Void. I appreciate that. Glad you all have enjoyed the merch, because, again, scary thing to do, but also a really fun thing to do, so... Okay. I suppose I could make this a... four-way intersection. Although, my issue... right now is I just poorly planned this, because... I would like, ideally, a left turn lane... but I don't have room for one. I guess it would just have to be the left lane would be the left turn lane, but it's not ideal. But I'll live with it, it's fine. But then what do I add this way? I could go through the hill. What's on the other side? Hey, so is fire spreads on? No. Spider-Man. Backrooms and Rick and Morty. Crazy combo. Have fun, Georgie Bros. Post office. That's a very good point, actually. Although, firstly, I have some business to attend to. Why did those just not go anywhere? That's gonna launch, isn't it? Wait, no, it's not. Wait, why did it, though? Holy, this is sitting on a ravine? That's crazy. Third favorite? What do I want to know the first two, BGA? Nice. Eliminated the chest and eliminated the goods. You'll love to see it. This house survived too much. That's a crazy thing to say. That's better. Making maps and making add-ons? Ah, okay, cool. A man of honor, I see. This whole episode's been nothing but wah, wah, wah. Where's the levity? Hello again, Beyond the Stuff. Why aren't we blowing up houses is the real question, Kenzie. Also, later they'll be in my way, so I might as well just eliminate the problem now, you know what I mean? And hi, Happy, I saw? Yes. Got up part 18, deities temple. Nice. You should start another small tutorial in the meantime. Frick, wait, that's the wrong spot, because I need another lane over. So it should be like that. And then on this side as well. And yeah, I'll have the same exact turn lane. Although one of them will be a merge and one of them will be a turn, which it doesn't really matter that they're different. Just don't... This is a US-based thing, so don't drive on the wrong side of the road, please. That's all I ask. I suppose I can add do not enter signs. Favorite song from a video game? No, not Still Alive. When You Gone in Portal 2 is definitely one of them. Although overall soundtracks, there's a couple in Little Nightmares for sure that I just love. For the 10, patience here to the mess up. Have to restart. Yeah, no, that's fair. What I know a couple people have done happy is you can do a section, like do the tutorial part that quarter. And if you're confident enough in that, even I guess, because that is also kind of scary. And then when you have that, if you're going to try to structure block it, just copy the world before. And then worst case, if you do absolutely destroy everything, then, you know, you have a backup. 18. And then it's 2, 1, 1, and then the road will just go back to normal. And I will have traffic light here. Don't you worry. Or do worry, I don't know. Guess it doesn't really matter. You can worry all you want. See you later, Alanek. Playlist? That's crazy. Setting a bunch of video game songs to playlist, and I remembered that one. I don't have any video game songs in mind. I've thought about adding some TADC ones, because there's one that I really like from an artist I listened to, that I was like, I should add to my playlist, but I just didn't. Or haven't. Some word like that. Do I terraform the stuff around it, or do I just leave it floating? Because it'll... well, I'll have to bring it down, because it'll... Yeah, I'm gonna have to bring it down. No, I leave it on this hill, and then I go down through the trees. This would actually be a really scenic road. Oh my god, wait, there's a snowy mountain over here? Hold on, I'm getting sidetracked. Yes, Void. I am returning for this season. This will be my 5th. Although we haven't actually started yet. But I am officially hired, at least. Leave it floating? I could do that too. It's the easy way out. Drowned a village and turned it into a capitalist city? That's crazy. Wait, actually, I think I know the guy you're talking about. I don't know his name, but I feel like I've seen the videos before. I should definitely have a turn lane here. But I'd rather rage bait, so we're not adding a turn lane. One of the roads I drive on to go to Spirit, actually, funnily enough, is like that, where they don't have a turn lane. Well, they have a left turn lane, but they don't have a right turn lane, which is really annoying because I don't have to turn right, which I guess is kind of eliminates the problem. But if I ever do for some reason, it's just, you know, you might have to sit behind a person who's going straight, and then you can't turn right on red, which is a legal maneuver, at least in some states. I don't know, I know it's different per state, but in my state you can. Although, I was gonna say I really don't have to turn right that much, but what do I have, like one right turn or something? I don't even know. It's kind of a straight shot, which is really nice. It's not a ton of 3. That is 6. Yes. Is it after 6? It is. Yeah, okay. Good from the animatronics? No. Eventually you get desensitized to them. Honestly. No, I definitely should add another lane because you would have left, right, and straight. Well, left and straight can share, but right should be separate. So yeah, I'll extend it then. Oh, but that makes it off-center, doesn't it? Yeah, that's gonna be annoying to deal with, but I guess it's fine. The only thing is it'll push that closer to the ramp, which I'm not really a fan of. Is that 18? 6, 9, 12, 15, 18. Yeah, okay. And same thing here. Get out of here. Okay. You should, Happy. See you later. Have fun if you are doing the HN. Three, 4, 5, 6. I think I have room for... Oh yeah, perfect. And that'd be the arrow that shows you can go both left and straight, but... It's gonna be so weird, because I've never done an intersection like this. But because I'm thinking, right? I would do like this. I gotta make sure this ends up centered. Hey, it does, nice. But I'd also have to have like a line that shows you where you would turn, which would be to here. You know, that's not horrible, although I think when I add this one, it's gonna be kind of weird, right? No, that's fine, actually. I'm okay with that. Although I am realizing I should extend that now. Because both aren't fitting there, right? Because yeah, they both be on that set. What? Huh? Why does that not work? Am I dumb? I guess it's because... It's because the straight and the... Yeah. Well, then what if I did left as the 1? That just isn't convenient, though. Either way, it's not convenient. If you want to go up, how the frick would you go up? What? I'm not comprehending. With the up lane? Okay, thanks, Gamga. Would they use the same line, though? No, they couldn't. How would cars move in Minecraft? The rules are square, so it would be impossible. Really bumpily. I mean, they could technically move. They wouldn't work very well, but they could move. I loved the Backrooms movie, Gru. Also, hi. I thought it was fantastic. If I... Those have to be in line, though, don't they? Yeah. I'm just gonna pull them out more and hope that frees enough space. Yeah, sure, whatever. That's fine. I feel like I want to do like this, though. This really isn't making sense, but I think I'm gonna settle with that, because click button in the bacteria. Kevin Crockett, more scary. Look, bacteria looks like a scribbled stick. Man, yeah, I agree. I think the bacteria is creepy still, but Clark was not at all what I expected. The monster, I mean. But in a good way. So I pee on the grass. Yeah, that was me, sorry. I couldn't hold it in. But actually, no. Your Honor, nuh-uh. And then it'd be this side. Very big slices of cheese? I could be down for that, to be the case. I think I did see that, Gru, actually. I saw somebody post one. I assume it was you, because I don't think it would have been anybody else, but... Jurassic World tutorial. You know, I've never watched the movies, actually. I haven't watched any of them. So unbelievably scuffed, but it's fine. Am I fine with not even extending it? I technically could. I don't really... I don't really care. Okay. Now, all of this grass should be able to become mud. Especially the redheads still alive. True, yeah. I didn't even think about that. Did I just break a calcite, or was that me stepping on it? I think that was me stepping on it, because I don't see one broken. And I will add a traffic light here in a bit of time. Not quite yet, though. Would that line up like that? Probably not. Actually, yes it would, okay. But actually, I should have known that because... Well, no, not necessarily. Because I was going to say if those lined up, then it would on the other side, but that's not necessarily true. Hello, Nancy. I don't think so, Gru. I don't really plan to build one. It could happen, but... Aside from the TADC statues, I really haven't done any statue building in a while. Okay, I should probably extend... Wait, no, I shouldn't, because it doesn't matter. Yeah, because those are right turns, so I was going to say I should extend this out, but no, it doesn't matter. This gives you one more way to violate the traffic laws. It's hard to do. Yeah, I can only imagine. I theoretically switched it, actually. No. Well, would it make it centered? No, it would just make my life more miserable, because then I'd have to make this 2 lanes if I made both of these be able to go straight. Or just this one would somehow be worse. I don't know how it would be worse, but it would. So, yeah, not happening. Hang it there and there. And then what do I do here? Going in the other directions? So like this? I don't want them to join, but I mean, yeah, I guess this is how it should be. It's the hardest. Yeah, I suppose it would be weird. I didn't even think about that, but... Yeah, I suppose it would be pretty annoying. Empty corners are invert, not invert. So you're here. And you're here. Just don't hit the light post, or the street post, whatever. I'm actually pulling this out. Because I was gonna say, well, maybe not, because the car sitting here couldn't see it, but there's 2 for a reason. Oh, yeah, that also keeps it out of the middle of the road. Which is probably smart. I'm gonna join them again so I can figure out how far out I want to break. Go backrooms too. Next entity will be probably not Captain Clark, because I'm getting x-rays and he's probably dead. Yeah, chances are not him, but I would like to see, if not like the bacteria entity, something about the bacteria, because that seems like a very interesting thing that they could go a lot more in depth with a movie rather than a not movie. Ah, yes, my favorite type of media, the not movie. But anyway, yeah, I think that'd be an interesting thing to do. Control for stoplights. I wasn't thinking about that yet, but that's actually a good idea. What did I do in... Oh, yeah, backrooms, I did glow item frames, which did work well, except for the fact that they didn't have... Oh, wait, there's the problem with inverting this. Okay, so they have to go the same way. But the issue with the glow item frames was I only had red and green. I didn't have yellow. Which, you know, most stoplights probably need. Does that touch? No, okay. Ooh! Oh, wait, why don't I just push you in a block and then have you... Oh, because I can't for that, so... This is so dumb. But I'm adding extra posts, I feel like. Because, yeah, you could work for both sides. Although I'd have to extend you in the other direction as well. So, no, I just should do multiple. I should just, like, triple them up. Or, it's technically doubled, but who's counting? Yeah, of course. Hello, Splitzer. I mean, it depends on what the question is and what the tutorial is. If I can, I try to, but can't guarantee everything. Theory is bacteria can shapeshift, change into distorted people. Yeah, I think that is a cool theory. I don't have anything against that, I suppose. Beacons! There they are. I couldn't find them. Yes, the walls do connect to them. Do I like that, though? I feel like I should alternatively do... I mean, if... Like, I could do this, that'd be great. But then how do I make these walls connect to the hopper? Stairs, maybe? Like this. It's kind of freaky, but... I don't know if I love that or hate that, but I'm gonna do it because it's funny. Whoa, I did not need the double whammy. That was very unnecessary. If you want to ask it again here, I can try to help. Splitzer. Can't guarantee, though. Is that height fine? Sure. Sure, who's for a specific fan base? Yeah, like I'm really glad how well it did because of that precisely. Definitely did open that door. That should be a block further. Behind a painting. I don't really want to add any references like that in this map. I have a whole backrooms map, so you know what I mean? I don't need to build backrooms again, but... Okay, I'm realizing the problem with shelves, and it's that's not how lights work. How about a banner? Could I do a banner pattern that would work? Welcome back, Alan. Give me the loom. Okay. Why can I not picture the order? Green, yellow, red. Okay, red is top. I don't know why I can't picture that in my head. It's one of those things you see so often, eventually you're like, yeah, okay. That's how it is, you know? You can't really... This might not work also, but we're gonna try. Okay, I don't hate it, but I think I have a better alternative. I'm gonna leave it there because it might end up not being as good as I'm imagining, but I already forgot the order. Red at the top. So red, yellow, lime, and then border? I don't like how uneven it is. It it works. It's just not even. Green, yellow, red. Red is top. Yeah, thank you, Georgie Bros. I have not watched Young Sheldon. No. Hello, Mr. Chess. Are them more even? Like that's what I'm trying to. How about banner pattern? Like these scrolls. The only one I feel like could potentially be helpful is you, but you're the inverse of what I would want, no? Maybe not. Okay, this is a far fetch. Wait, would this work? I would have the same problem, I think, as that one. Yes, and never mind. Circles the other one would be perfect. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, but like... There just isn't the patterns for that. I'm thinking like I could do something with these plus this to clear the middle and then put the circle, but the circle's wider than the middle line, which isn't ideal for me at all. I think this one is better though, objectively. Let me play around a little bit more. Probably whatever I do here is going to be worse. I'm saying that right now. But I kind of just want to see what I can do. You know what I mean? These are going to... Okay, they're going to touch. Circle. Wait, this is kind of cool. wait. I just made an hourglass. That's not what I'm looking for. It's kind of cool, but like, no. That's not what I need. What if I did that, but with the diamond in the middle instead? The lozenge, or whatever the frick it's called. This is also probably not going to work, but it's fine. We're just, you know, maybe I'll create something cool again. Maybe I will. I mean, again, they're kind of cool patterns, but... No, not related to the Backrooms movie at all. Also, hello the guy. It is Backrooms related, just nothing to do with the movie. Hey, Nova, or somebody. You know what? Georgie Bros. I also like the hourglass. But I don't know if it may... You know what? I can put them all on the thing. That's what I'm gonna do. Third one looks the best. It's between these two, I think. Hello, Nate. Real. I'm not even gonna entertain that one. I shouldn't be entertaining the first one either. Okay, no, that one is by far the best. Yeah, that one is... It's not even close. That's the best one. I'm gonna pull those up, though, so they're just, like, mounted directly to this. Wait, I should do a yellow backdrop. So... sulfur. Yeah. You are, Georgie Bros. Very good observation. Also, thank you, Nova, by the way. Yeah, I think that looks good. I'm good with that. Cool. The frick am I doing? Thank you, Georgie Rose. See you later, Lightning. When is next stream, I wonder? Saturday, that's when. Movie for a series? I might do something with the movie. I'd like to do at least the store, but we'll see. Did the road lines? So I did, I think. Well, I was going to anyway. If you're talking about that, the yellow over there, I was just waiting for sulfur. Sure, why not? I did 3 on the other side, so sure. This is fine. Wait, I put that one on the wrong side, the one I just did, though. Okay, are all these correct with the directions? I'm missing this side, but yes. They are at least correct. That's so many lights, though. Oh my goodness. And I'm also missing that side. Okay. What the frick? Yeah, cool. That's fine. How's it look at night? Wrong command. Yeah. Yeah, no, that's lit up enough. A well. It lit up a well, guys. Did you know that? Most painstaking build or series build? Puppy Playtime probably is the one I would say for that, just because of how long it's dragged on for. But there's a couple that are definitely more difficult. But I think Poppy Playtime is the one that I would consider the most painstaking. Yep, good job, Toon. Shelf idea. Yeah, I agree. I think the shelves are good, BGA. Maybe you're not in the US though, because in the US for the most part, the traffic lights are vertical, and I was like, shelves aren't, so I would have been displaying them horizontally, and I didn't really like that idea. So thank you, Georgie Bros. Thank you, moderator Georgie Bros, I should say. 3 shelves and a 3 by... Put a red, yellow, and lime concrete in the middle of each row of shelves. Yeah, I suppose, but then you also have the lights 3 blocks tall, which is just a little much for me. I'd show how I did it in the back rooms, but that's a lot of work to go find it. Because, actually, I can just literally build it. The backrooms one was certainly questionable. It was... I was in the right category for that. It was like this. That was all it was. So, not quite as innovative as this one, but... I suppose in the grand scheme of some of the backrooms levels, it makes more sense to go simpler. If I could bring back one game series or remaster. Probably Little Nightmares 2. I'd love to get another crack at redoing some parts of that. Not necessarily again from scratch, because that just is too long. But there's some things that I think about with that map that as I'm building now, I'm like, wow, I really sucked back then. So it'd be interesting to see how I would do it differently now. You speaking this? You look like a speaker! Sorry, I got a little emotional there. She's back to Among Us. Who? Question mark? Sound like King right now. Who? Be cool. That is an interesting idea. Like, I could technically do that. I could take that map and just, you know, never so slightly. But I definitely feel like with that build, the later I would get into it, the less I'd have to do. Because Hospital probably would be fine. Only thing I'd maybe do is retexture some areas, but... I'm starting to wonder if I really am a speaker now. Maybe he's right. Maybe I am. Get the gold. Unrelated, but also somehow related. I don't know why, but I was thinking about the Imagine Dragons song Gold earlier today. It's a pretty good song. I don't know why it was in my head at all. I haven't listened to that in a while. Or maybe it popped up in my playlist recently. I don't know. Hello, Speedy. I'm gonna pull up the refresh playlist. Let's look at this live, shall we? Paper Shredder? Game announcement? I love how it starts by default showing 10 playlists. That's just nothing. Where is it? There it is. Videos. Okay, yeah, I'll pull this up. You'll get to see what I get to see. If it'll ever load, that is. This one? Yes. Yes, Jackson, I am. Horathon asked my permission, and he is doing the official one that or my official revamp stuff. He's just doing it for me, because I had stated I wouldn't, and he offered to, so yeah. Definitely not these. Honestly, Lego is... I like it, but I don't. You know what I mean? Like, it's one of those. Church is really good. Starbucks, I do not like. Starbucks is one of those refreshes I just dislike. None of these. Dunkin' is pretty good. Police station's okay. Domino's is good. Chick-fil-A is good. Library. Walmart. I love how Walmart has 22,000, or no, I guess 21.4 thousand views, by the way. This refresh has just popped off for no reason. But I do love to see it. These pictures are so small, by the way. I like can barely see them, but I can at least know what the build is, you know? This is the last Skin Robbins. Honestly, I might give it to whatever I said before that I for some reason already forgot. Starbucks. Yeah, I just dislike that Starbucks. It's nothing personal except it's personal. Yeah, yeah, Georgie Bros, it really is. Although I'm happy. I'm happy it's done well. Because Walmart is one of the... It's not the one I'd expect. You know what I mean? When I think of him, like, I'd think of McDonald's would be the first one that would go crazy with views. But Walmart is one of them I definitely... With the whole interior, that being the first major store interior I did, I was happy to see that as a whole do well. Factory Fish. Really? I really like that one. I'm happy with the Outback. It's not... I wouldn't even probably put it in my top 10, but... Have fun, Lance. Like the pool store. Thank you, the guy. That one did not great, but I am happy with how it looked. It was definitely different, which those are always more enjoyable for me, the ones that are just a little out there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Remove killed you. What are you referencing, Splitzer? Oh, wait, I see. Okay, Act 3. Yeah, okay. Sorry, I didn't see that message. I just like reading things out of order. Yeah. Which red are you talking? You're not talking about the middle one, are you? Oh, I know which one you're talking about. Oh my goodness. Yeah, that one's awful. Once it clicked, I was like, oh yeah, no, yeah, right. That one's pretty bad. Fucking down stuck in your head, that's crazy. Leave me alone, Speedy. Leave me alone. To barn, what next? You might hate me if I say museum, but that's like the logical one, you know? Museum is the big one. Museum or bakery? Bakery is my favorite, I think. Well, between the two I just referenced. Some backrooms. I knew it was HN, or I was pretty sure it was HN. But when he said that, I immediately thought of the front room on Act 3, and then I was like, wait, no, because of him mentioning it was Alpha 1. So I was like, okay, but there's no red on Alpha 1, though. So then my brain just went through the options until I saw the original comment, and then was like, okay, so it is Act 3. Now I have to figure out which roof, and I got there. Went through the 5 stages of grief, but I got there. Okay, what's the, like, floor over here? When I come out, what'll it be? 71. What is it on the side I'm on right now? Because if it's... I want to know if it's higher or lower than that, because I'm gonna have to figure that out accordingly. Actually, it's like the same. I mean, this little hill is just gonna be a nuisance because it can, but aside from that, it's the same. Are you 71? Yes, you are, which means I'm gonna go to here, and then the sunflowers are gonna get in my way, because it's Sunflower Valley, and that's what they do. No, you're good, Spencer. I just didn't read it in the correct order. That one's my bad. Behave or get banned. Isn't that right, Georgie Bros? I'm gonna say this like a threat. You better watch out, because that Discord mod tag's coming for you next. I don't know how that's a threat, but just pretend like it is. Just for the point. Please, for the plot. Stop listening to your community page because I felt like it. I'm gonna never look at it in my whole life. Nah, I'll see it later. Put one right now. Just trying to figure out the playhouse and outside. Have fun with that, I suppose. There it is. Looking at reference photos. Relatable. Oh no, please no. No, my free time. Thank you, Speedy. Yeah, no, not Twitch. Oh no. Twitch isn't populated enough, you know? for that to be a concern yet. Alright, well, let's start digging. Yeah, Nathan, actually, can we get a ban on this, Nathan guy, please? Georgia Rose, you got it, right? Hello, Sticky. Sounds sticky. Henry, come visit your workshop. There's something I want to show you. I gotta play Bendy again. Although I suppose I should wait for the cage. Yeah, pre-alpha and alpha 1 I think are the same. Well, they're... What? Oh, cave. Of course! Why wouldn't there be a cave in the middle of a mountain? Oh, why are you like this? Wait, actually, I could totally use this. Oh, I shouldn't have been given this idea. Oh, they gave me too much power. But anyway, I think it's like the colors are different, and I'm pretty sure that's the only thing. Yeah, Nova, you did this to yourself, I'll have you know. It's not my fault, Your Honor, I'm innocent. Definitely is my fault, but we pretend like it's not because, yeah. Oh, I'm 100% going to the guy. I'm adding a glass portion of the tunnel here so you can see out. That actually sounds like a terrible idea and sounds like the recipe for crashing, but that's not my problem. I'm not going to be the one driving, so. Birch walls to acacia. Nose is painful. Okay, yeah. My bad, I don't have the numbers for that. I will say, did I not say... Maybe it was the original one, but I swear I said in the player house tutorial for pre-alpha how you would switch it to alpha 1. I swear I had that in the video. But again, maybe it was when I originally did it and I'm just getting them confused. Make it a racetrack? That's a crazy idea. Okay, I think this one will actually just go all the way through. I'm trying to keep it mostly realistic. Although, like, I could add, obviously, if I wanted, I kid you not, I was gonna unironically say Jeff's Pizza. But, like, if I wanted to make, like, a, I don't know, Just Pizza or something like that, I could. I wasn't trying to make a FNAF reference with Jeff's Pizza, it just happened. Help, I've been caved in! Oh! Oh, okay. I'm almost there, I think. Yep. Wow, as I say that, too. Check your settings, Nathan. If you go into your notification settings for my server, check if you have ping suppressed. Or if you just, like, don't have the upload ping rule. Or maybe you blocked me. Should be trapped in a cave? That's not very nice, but fair enough. Alright, what are the odds I can fill all of this? Okay, very low. Actually, I feel like I copied above that, so I'm gonna be careful here and do over there instead. Yeah, okay, I'm glad I did that, because I did in fact copy over the slab, and I guess it wouldn't have mattered. It would have been like 20 seconds of my time. Not the gravel again, no. That's a beautiful message, BGA. So well written and well thought out. If I see another vein of gravel, I'm gonna blow up another village. Just ignore that I would have done that anyway. taken over by Twitch. Never will be over. That's crazy. I mean, so true, but it's okay. My whole point here is to waste all your free time. You're welcome. That's true, I can, Speedy, but I'd rather complain about it than actually do something about it. Bye! Okay, it actually didn't go that far. I'm kind of disappointed. On the new like button? That's been there, hasn't it? The little heart? It's okay, I guess. I don't really care for it. It's annoying on mobile, though, because it blocks the messages sometimes. Or maybe it actually used to on PC and they changed it. But it's... I don't mind where it is at right now. Exactly, Toon. Exactly. I've lost memory from it hitting me on my head 5 times. Or was it 3? I don't remember. Oh, that's ironic. Everything you've built in this stream? I built a statue of Yi. I'm kidding, I didn't do that. Here, I'll show you in, like, 2 seconds. If you just give me a minute, God! Why are you rushing me, Nathan? Stop! Anyway. I'm just finished breaking this. See you later, BGA. Have fun on your cruise. Like dramatic. I don't want to hear it from you, Nova, okay? You can't be talking. Okay, traffic lights. That's, wrong side. Traffic lights. That's the main thing you missed. That's actually it, no. But I extended the neighborhood as well. I don't plan to, Nathan. It's not even... Recalculating, sorry. It's not even, like, Fortnite itself for me, you know what I mean? I mean, partially it is. I like having vendettas for no reason. But by the way, here's the extension of the neighborhood. This is the part that I did. Including all of the manual terraforming. But anyway, I'm just not a shooter game person. Like, you're not really gonna see me playing shooter games. But... yeah. Thank you, Georgie Bros. Neighborhood, thank you, thank you. The city's been fun. Even though we're only 4 episodes in, the city's been fun. It's nice to do something that isn't the same stuff. Like, even Backrooms gets a lot of the same after a while. But this is... I'm gonna turn myself into a marketable plushie. Actually, a lot of you would like that, probably. Hi, Jack. Crazy. YouTube just knows the content you must be watching. Series will last. I'm gonna put this with the mark as the original, or how the original city was. It's gonna go until I feel either content with where it is, or I just run out of interest in either doing it or just what to do. Push with the whole... Okay! That's crazy. Yeah, unlike my Pomni plush. Thank you, Alan. Get these sunflowers out of here. Sunshine, lollipops, and rainbows, everything. See, Nova, by the way, this is what I mean about you being dramatic. Okay, so as it is right now, where spot open? Here spot open. What would the P stand for in that? I've had it before, by the way. I've had it before to where LMAO autocorrected to lamp. So that's cool. Wait, that's the same distance. So I can do the same shape. 1, 3, 2, 1, 2, 3. 1, 3, 2, 1, 2, 3. That's pretty easy if you'd ask me. 1, 3, 2, 1, 2. That's above the sulfur, right? Yes, sir. Okay. Ew, not more gravel. Gross. Can we just, like, exterminate all gravel, please? Just get rid of all of it off the face of the earth. I honestly feel like that'd be, preferred. Okay, wow, that's a lot of stuff. Bro, I fell down the stairs. Lamp. Yeah, exactly. Sulfur does kind of look like sponges, yeah. Oh, this is the worst idea I've ever had. Okay, I gotta be right back. I won't be very long, but I will leave you all with fish. Yeah, one might say this is a little fishy. Anyway, I'm back. How's it doing in here with the fish? Oh, wow. Yeah, it's a lot of fish. Anyway, I'm catching up on chat. Hello, Nav. Skyscrapers I'll do later, but we'll see. I'll get there sooner rather than later. Also, Splitzer, to answer your torture comment. Amazing Digital Circus, I really enjoyed, actually. Probably the most torturous, but also most enjoyable build. Why are you like this? Did I get the command block? I think I got it. I did not get it, oh no. How do I break it? I can't break it. There's too many fish. I gave it over. Oh no, oh no, oh no. Okay, I got it, I got it. Oh, that was questionable, but okay, are we done? Yeah, we are done. That was great. That was great. Favorite HN build? Alpha 3, maybe. I really liked Alpha 3. It's between like Alpha 3 and Act 3 for main HN. Neighbor Case is also a pretty good one, although that one was so unbelievably long for some reason. What's the other one that I'm thinking of? Bakery and Museum from HN2, those are those two picks. So that's like 5, I guess, but probably Alpha 3 would be the one I would pick as the best overall. Just gonna break till I reach the outer... No, wait. The great outdoors. Okay, so I do the same thing here. Should have put them in water. That would have been a lot funnier. Hello, biggest Burgley fan. Current project from you. Nice. How's that one going for you, Toon? One of these days, I'll reach... There we go. That's too far, isn't it? No, actually, wow. Kind of shocked. The nice thing about the rest is if any gravel happens to fall, it's just gonna break on the mud. Which is pretty cool. Have fun, Alan. Good luck with the TADC. Glad a lot of you have been following that. That's one of those things, right? Anything that's more than, like, 5 to 10, I'll say 10 parts, is always scary for me because it's like, how many people are gonna actually have the the desire to build something like this, you know? And it's always nice when I see a lot of you that are, in fact, building these insane things like that. 20 minutes goes so from curious how big it is compared to the previous Alpha HN houses. Oh, yeah, I don't know if it's that much larger than 2, but it's pretty big, for sure. Okay, well, I might as well just fill a third out on this side, since that was what I just accidentally did. Okay. frick me, I guess. Playing TADC, good, I'm glad you are. I definitely didn't like the beginning a ton. It was definitely a little much, but the further I got, the more I liked it. And I'm currently doing Joy of Creation story mode. That's my next tutorial, and I'll announce that pretty soon, probably, but it's been pretty nice. The part lengths are kind of funny because normally when I do part-based tutorials, I do time. So I'll try to make each part between like 35 and 50 minutes. I mean, some get longer, some are shorter. It really depends on a lot of things. But for T-Jock, that's not the case. I'm doing it based on how much I need done. So like the first part's, I think, an hour. Second part is like 20 minutes. The third is like 50, and then the fourth is like 25 or 30, which is really funny. And then the fifth is probably also going to be around that 30-ish range, and the fifth will probably be in that area as well. But it's really funny how different some of those lengths have been in comparison to the normal stuff. Hi, Horthon. Yes, sir. This one is just so big. You been in an ice biome that whole time, or are you just in a large one in general? For good, I'm glad you are. That one should be chill. Again, in comparison to anything else. Anything else recent. And then after that, I get back into Security Breach. So y'all should be excited for that one too, hopefully. I don't know if I am. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. Although, it'll be kind of nice because I can sort of segment it properly. Or just nicely for me. I have sublobbies and daycare, or not daycare, sorry, bakery. Sorry, I didn't mean to get your hopes up. That I'm doing back to back, and for bakery, or for sublobbies, like, it'll be 4 or 5 parts probably that are just going to be their own little thing, but they aren't really going to change the upload schedule. But it'll be nice because it'll at least give me a small pause between the hell that is just Security Breach in general, and yeah. Revived is not getting updated, like, anytime soon. Any Revived thing you would want to see is either in the original one or has a tutorial. And I'm just not really into the HN building enough right now to go out of my way to do enough to actually give it an update, because there's not anything update-worthy right now in that map. But again, if you want the builds, the tutorials are there, or the previous stuff. That's crazy. Did they verify at least, Nova? It's wishful thinking, I know, but leave me alone. Let me pretend that I have faith. I want to look at the whole entire back rooms. I've done a lot of back rooms. If you've been around a little bit, you've probably seen the map. But I wouldn't probably directly copy the movie or anything. I always dislike doing... Y'all are gonna call me crazy for this, but I dislike copying, like, movies and shows like that when it's something as specific as Backrooms. Obviously, I know I did the entirety of TADC, but that's kind of a different conversation. Stop stinging. That's good, Horathon. Took a while, then. How one could dream. Yeah. That mod announcement coming in handy, though, eh? Honestly, at this rate, I'm more likely to take down Revived than update it. Because, you know, what's the point? SpongeBob. I've done SpongeBob houses and stuff, like buildings, but I've never done more than that, and they're not really something I see in that way, I guess, like the kind of shows, because I'm just looking at an image of the exterior and copying it. It's not like there's really anything specific, but that's why I haven't done interiors, because, no. Nice. Good job, Nathan. If you're still here. Oh, you know it, Horathon. Hey, Nova. Or if T-Jock is here, or somebody. Because I don't know if you can, Nova. You should be able to, but... I know T-Jock could. Although, is he here? Is he awake? Because I have a request. It's nothing crazy. T-Jock's asleep? Ah, of course he is. So, the verified role in the server, I want you to give them the permission to view unverified. Not talk in it, just view it. Because I feel like that would be funny. Why do we have more of this? Oh my god, why is it broken everywhere? Because I feel like you all should see just like some of the nonsense in that channel. I never talk in it personally. I don't think I've ever said this to any of the mods, but maybe I did. But I don't talk in it because I'm not interacting with people if they don't know how to press a button. Sorry. You're not gonna ask me a question and then leave the server immediately if I don't answer the question. How about them apples? I know, it's so hard, dude. I just like... Oh my god, I have to read the rules. No, I can't do that. That's too much. No. But, yeah. Hey, by the way... Do I want to ask that? Should I ask that? It's not server related. I've heard of Verity, yeah. Oh no, not a password to it. Yo, what the frick? I have to read? No, I'm out of here, dude. See you later. Who here, like, what channel members are here in chat right now? I know Horathon and Georgie Bros. I know you all are here. But whom else? Do at least do one more pipe before you go? That's crazy. Nate? Hi, Nate. Anyone else? Because I have... sort of a question for you all. Wouldn't let you deny the permission? That's fine. Thank you. I might have to do that because I might have to change the perms to make sure you can still talk, Nova. Okay, for you three. Cool Ranch Doritos, yep. Georgie Bros, I know I talked about this briefly with you, but would you all as like an interesting, maybe a Discord only thing. I'm not sure, but would you all be interested in, as a quote-unquote perk for you all, or like one of the early access things, giving you access to the backroom story I'm writing once I'm, I guess, fully through the 100 pages? Is that something you all would like? For people, cool. Thank you, Nova. Hello, Sita. Let her read that. Alright, cool. Because I was debating it, and I was like, I don't know. Maybe y'all would find it interesting, maybe not. Would be cool. Alright, yeah, cool. Expect that soon, then. Because I am at... I just reached page 100. Not yesterday, but the day before, and I have just stopped writing. I'm on level 8, though, and I'm mad. Well, I'm not mad, but I know what I want to do in level 8. I just don't know what I want to do before I do the thing in level 8. You know what I mean? So I'm like, I'm just kind of stuck because I can't do the major thing immediately. You gotta set the scene first. And I don't feel like that was long enough. Georgie Bros, 24 hours. It's your time to shine. Hello, HN2 fan. So, I don't know where I want it to go, because I don't want to say what it is, but I have the major bad thing that happens in the chapter, or in the section, in level 8, that is here. I just had you enter, but I need to figure out what goes between the entrance and the bad thing, because I don't want you to just immediately enter after the other thing, and then have another bad thing immediately happen. Not that the last thing was necessarily bad, but I just like need to figure out where my direction is to make 8 interesting, while also not having anything happen yet. Explain to Daddy Bubble how bad thing. Oh yeah, and I get to do one wherever it was over here. I don't remember. Was it further this way? Yes, it was. It was right here. Exploration. Sort of minecart puzzle. Mine shaft would be cool, actually. Like, have him go through a mine shaft. That is an interesting idea. Some sort of puzzle, escape cave system, escape puzzles. Escape room would kind of be funny. I don't know if I want to do a... I've had enough insanity, I feel like. I don't know. Although, that's going to be fun because... Oh. Oh, what do I do with that? I technically open that, too. Yeah, I'll deal with that in a sec. But... I'll have to redo some of the original chapters, so you all are going to see, like, the really rough version of them. Because I... Just, yeah. 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And 3. Okay, well, that's fine. I can shift them all down so it's centered. Did I never give mouse access to that, Nova? Oopsie. It's okay, Horathon. I can ban you too. I'll add lights later. I want to get the windows done first. I have lights in the other one as well. The main tunnel. Tunnels, actually, they're split. Ever did? Oops, yeah, my bad, Mouse, if you're here. Which I don't think he is, so, can we actually ban him? All in favor of banning Mouse, say aye. That kind of feels like it's like burning, which is not my intention, but it looks cool, so. I'm not gonna open that. There's no point. I'm gonna do so much banana-ing. 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I have a reason for checking this, by the way. I knew that was gonna be the case. I knew it, because I thought of an idea right now, and I was like, okay, these need to be in line. You'll see, it has to do with the lights. And I was like, I'm gonna be a block off, or something. It's not gonna be correct. No, you may just have to, honestly, like, you know, work on it a little bit. Fix some things up. At the very least, it may be a rough draft, you know? You can't expect everything to turn out perfect immediately. But that also doesn't mean it's unfixable. Yeah, no, somebody would be looking at the glass and crash as well, but it's not my problem. I'm not going to be the one driving here. Center side to restart completely. That is tragic. Literally just the caves, Horathon. That's all. 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5. Yeah, like that. Thank you, thank you. 4, 5. 3, 4, 5. 3, 4, 5. I mean, in all fairness, HN2 fan, when you compare yours to me, who built the entirety of 2, it's not really a fair comparison. Like, I have the experience with it, but I guess I've never really talked about this as a general thing, but like with Minecraft builds, there's been a couple of you around who I've seen fall victim to this a little bit, unfortunately, but like, man, comparisons suck. It is hard not to, but like, if you can help it, try not to compare yourself to what others are doing, because everybody builds differently, everybody has different ways of building. Maybe, you know, like me, I've spent a lot of hours on this game, so I don't think you should compare to that and be like, wish I could build like him, because as long as you're enjoying what you're building, it really doesn't matter how good you're building. Although as you build more, you'll get better, you'll understand those things more. That's what I've been able to do. I mean, look at how I built 5 years ago. Nice. That is tripping. Yeah, what Georgie Bros says. Still playing a Hat in Time currently on chapter 4. It's a bird headbutted. They're in kind of a nest. That's crazy. Thank you, Horton. Yeah, exactly. But no, I mean, you know what? Let's take a detour, shall we? Because I want to prove my point here. Am I near it in the world, I wonder? Oh, yeah, I am. So, as a lot of you know, I've been doing tutorials for, like, ages. I have so many things in this world. This is my tutorial world. But I want to look at the main block of things. And I'm actually going to use... The first thing I want to compare is something kind of a little off. I want to look at houses, because... Look, here's the first ever suburban house I made, right? It's not bad, you know? It's okay. It's a house, alright. But which way is it? Oh, goodness gracious. I think they're this way. I want to compare it to, not necessarily the most recent, but one of the most recent I've done. Have that image in your head, though. Yeah, I mean, it was solid. And then I went through a phase where they looked awful, but that's besides the point. When you compare it, though, to the one that I'm about to show you, like, it's awful. Where is the one that I'm about to show you, though? I think they're this way. Yes. Yeah, I see one. The one doesn't have a trim, though. Oh, the one in front of it does. Compared to this one, like, this one just looks a lot better. And it's little things. It's the roof trim, it's the quartz pillar on the windows looks better, the strip birch on the corners. Stairs is kind of an up for debate thing. I like it better, but the roof isn't as tall. It just looks a lot more well done. So, I mean, you know, this one isn't even the best example. I think this one actually is better, but this one uses spruce, so... that's not the one I was thinking of, actually. Where is the one I was thinking of? Oh, is it that one, maybe? But, like, there's a lot of variation you can do. Like, look at the four I just showed you. All are so different from one another. So, yeah. Improving? Yeah, see, exactly, Horathon. And I can show you in the main area some of the originals versus refreshes, because those are funny. Pizza Hut's the one I immediately think of, which is another one that's similar. Like, okay, you know. Actually, I'll do Bowling Alley, because Bowling Alley is right here. Where's the original, though? There it is. Because this is one of the drastic ones, for sure. Here's the original. I just don't even have comments for this one, I'm not gonna lie. Remake, right here, which is definitely better. Doesn't really feel very bowling alley-ish, but it looks better, you know, it's a visual improvement. And then you look at the refresh, and I actually think that one might, like, visually look better, but this one looks like a bowling alley. Yeah, what Horathon said, practice makes perfect. Actually, the one that I really want to show is Walmart, because Walmart is the most drastic, for sure, between the three of them. Any other one around here that has a refresh? Where is... Oh, there's GameStops. Okay. Do I want to show that one? No, I'll show Pizza Hut. Pizza Hut's another one that isn't as drastic, but... Maybe, Chris. Maybe. If I can get my hands on the movie, sure. Here's the original. And, like, again, you look at it, it's not awful, but it's just the proportions on the roof are a little off. It's all a little bit off, right? But then fast forward 4 or 5 years, maybe 5, and you have this version, which is just, it fixes those issues. It's more proportionate. It's just better. Where's bowling? No, yeah, exactly. Okay, Walmart. I'm pulling out the pickaxe for this. Wow. Oh my goodness gracious, that's laggy. We don't even get started on this. Like, what was I doing? What was I doing? This might go down as the worst tutorial I've ever made. I don't really think that's a debate. The logo, thank you, Horton. Coming out of the womb, the master builder, my no, yeah, this was awful. And then the remake, if I could find that one first. Here it is, actually. Remake, like, it's better, but it... To me, it feels like it's missing something, you know what I mean? Like, it was probably my favorite tutorial when I made it, but when I look at it now, I'm like, it's very basic, it's bland, there's just a couple things that are off about it. And then the refresh, which, the 21,000 view refresh, we went full circle here. Where's Buddy the side? That's crazy, but true. Like, look at how much better this one is. You know? The font is better. The colors, it's so much better. The flower area? I don't even have that on this one, to be fair. It's about with the pickaxe, so true. You know what? I'll show one that does. Why not? Can I find the remake, though, when I do this? Because I want to show all three again for the point. This is one of the originals I actually don't mind, Lowe's. It has a lot of rough issues with it, but, like, as a base, it's not bad. Can I find the remake, though? I have no idea where that one is. It's gonna be up here somewhere, I would assume. That's Sears. Oh, I'm not even gonna find the refresh, am I? Where? Okay, there. You know what? I'm just not gonna show remake because I'm not finding it. But here's the refresh Lowe's, which isn't out yet, by the way. Since to the point of the garden. It's not perfect. There's a couple things I feel like I would change about it. And I could technically still change, but I don't think I will. Like, I feel like the middle could be wider, but it actually has the side garden to that point. To blue, a little more dark gray. So there's one more dark gray. That might be a like a specifically them decision. I don't know. That's odd. But my whole point here is like you're gonna improve as you build more. And when you look at some of what I just showed on their own, like yeah, they're good builds. But then when you compare them to a different one, it's like okay, actually, never mind. That's trash. Here's another one I'll show since they're all right here, and this is a funny one. Church. Why am I missing the stairs up there? Whatever. There's also no doors, which is weird. I gotta skip over refresh because remake's on the far side. Welcome back, Bladen. I have not done an airport, no. Here's the remake, which, again, definitely a lot better, but still kind of bland. And then probably my favorite refresh, maybe that's out right now, is Church. I love this one. Also, the roof shape is just kind of insane. I'll show it from the back, because the back is very interesting. It's got a very... This is such a thing to say, but it reminds me of the like crabs. I don't know if anybody here has tried to catch crabs before, but you could identify them based on the shape on their belly, and it was like the males was like that. It was like had that rounded bottom, and then it was a really thin point, and then the females was a lot more rounded, and yeah, that's just what that reminded me of. Don't know why. The old one for style is so different between them all. Yeah, I mean, that's kind of what I'm trying to do, right? In some situations, I'll stay similar because, like, Chick-fil-A, for example, what can you do differently? But a lot of the time, I try to go out there like that. And just do something different. That's another thing that is certainly hard and certainly annoying, but if you build enough, like, changing your style up a lot is definitely a good thing to do. Like, you can see with my stuff, a lot of it isn't just the same. But there's no right or wrong way to build anything. It's all subjective. See you later, Toon. That, airport you're referencing, Speedy, I ended up not actually using as an airport. I restructured it into something else because I realized how terrible it was for an airport. Ow! I love the gaping pit to hell. That's cool. And what you said did make sense, yes, Horathon. I got your point, at least. But I am just that smart, what can I say? Hi, man. It's like 2043. Okay, hold on. I gotta do something. So, you know what that means? No, that's not what it means. Thank you and hello, avoided. 1999, what? I just extended the neighborhood, really. Horathon, that was the only other thing I did. Aside from the stoplights or traffic lights. You know what? We're doing it in the closet this time. Although I'm gonna be here for this. Ah, yes. I should maybe fly up. And they're already dying. Mango? You don't like the bell part, man? That's fair. I hate how they put bells in your tacos. Actually, thank you. You're a little late, but thank you. Hello, Dennis. Hello, fish, Patrick. Why does Patrick need to name the fish? Okay, I think that's enough fish slaughtered. Can I break the command block here? No, no, I cannot. Oh, yeah, I got it. Nice. Yeah, you're so right. I should have turned on the mob drops, so we just had a bunch of dead fish. That would start lagging the game. Oh, they're all dying. That's amazing. Open the door, let them loose. Let the fish. I don't know why I got rid of that. I needed that. Yoink. Some water, they're dying? Nah. I'm good. I don't really wanna. Terraforming hell? That's pretty much what the city has been so far, yeah. That sums it up nicely. Yeah, that was a pretty nice, pretty smooth block pick, I'm not gonna lie, Horathon. I'll get a Taco Bell someday. I just don't have room for one quite yet, I feel. That's good, Chris. I should put a different song in your head. What can I do? Could have it bounce off the walls you made. I don't know, that's the first one that came to my mind. Day school tomorrow? Yo, nice. How's that feel, Arthon? Starlit, yeah, Starset reference. Buffet like Golden Corral. True. The break's so real. It's okay, I'll make sure you work on nothing but electrical station during the summer. I feel like that's a perfect break, right? That being level 3, by the way, Horathon, if you don't know it by name. Although I feel like you could figure out what I'm implying regardless of if you knew the name. See you later, Alan. Yeah, exactly. That's true. Pipe dreams could use an extension. It's okay, Horathon. When I give you all the writing, you'll actually like Electrical Station. That's one of the logs right now that's my favorite. 2 mods now. There's at least one. At least. There might be 2. No more than 2, though. Let's be real, Nathan doesn't count, T-Jock doesn't count, Mouse doesn't count, Spooky doesn't count. So I'm just naming all the ones that aren't here, by the way. Nova basically doesn't. It's actually just you and Georgie Bros, man. That's it. You're the 2 mods. No one else is real. Working it again, so true. I've shown my face, Dennis, on animatronic unboxings. True. Oh, you are here, Nathan. Hi. I wasn't saying anything bad about you. I know you've been here, Nova, but I figured I'd get a rise out of you by saying that, so that was precisely my point. I just wanted you to react, that was all. I'm just a little devil. 5... Somehow 6, and then somehow the next number after 6. I'll go to there, then. So true. There was something I wanted to say. Oh my god, what was it? It was about Pipe Dreams extension, I think. Or no, I don't know. I feel like I was gonna ask for your help on the level horathon, and I don't know if there was a particular level I was thinking about. Or if there was nothing at all. I was like, I might want your assistance or something. Hello, Iker. Yeah, it seems like a pretty honorable nickname, Speedy. I like it. This side is dumb and stupid. This side is fine. I like this side. Because I can literally just do that, and that's... Ah, frick. There we go. This side is dumb and stupid. Oh, so, level 8? We're extending it all the way to the end of 94, Horathon. Good luck. I'm kidding, I wouldn't make anybody do that. I might have you help with 620, the one I sent the link for. The mineshaft. That might be cool. Level 8's the cave. So we gotta extend the cave. About 4,000 blocks, no big deal. And actually, yeah, the cave is to be the entire underside of the map. Everywhere where there's nothing on the bottom of the world right now, gonna be level 8. That's the plan. That would actually just be torture. Like, that is a torture method right there. How much level 8 can I build before I am deceased? Or something. Yeah, mineshaft should actually be fun. Will you all stream tomorrow? On Twitch, you mean? Okay. I'll just pull out everybody's favorite game, Circus of Tim. And I'm gonna play that for an hour straight. At full volume. Yeah, no, I'm probably not gonna... I might actually be working on Cave. If I'm on at any point, I'll be probably working on it. Between now and Sunday's stream. Welcome back, Splitzer. I wonder what trying to remember what I used. I feel like I used oak planks. But I could be wrong. I feel like it was oak. Yeah, that's what I thought. I didn't realize how much of a torture method that is for you all. Well, I admit it's not good. It's not that bad. I'm getting Wingstop. Be jealous. Have you seen Tim gameplay, Horathon? Are you familiar with it? What do I put over here? I can see it now. A Walmart. Actually, I'd probably do a Target before a Walmart, just for fun. Yes, I did play it on that. It was like the purple tinted game. It's like acacia. Is that the lighting or the actual color? Because filled with stacked armor stands with clothing? Nice. True, although I want this guy... Yeah, I mean, it's a perfect spot. It really is. Yeah, because I have all of this. But that's such a small road to lead to it, you know what I mean? Like, I wanted that to be off of the main highway, so it would have been... like, over here. Like, where those pumpkins are. Just terraforming this direction's awful. Wow. Yeah, but like here, take out this part of the forest and like I have this whole area here. You know what I mean? I feel like this better. Just with the way the land is. Like maple syrup. I'm not a huge on maple syrup, but it's good. Better than any other mascot horror. Oh, for real. A science lab's an interesting idea. Hmm. You know what, Nathan? Right here. This will be the science lab. It just feels right, you know what I mean? An isolated island. I'm gonna mark it though, I'm not actually gonna build anything right now. Lab. I've been to Ohio and actually it's a really nice place. Okay, I should finish exterminating this village, methinks. That'll be how I end the stream. I'll exterminate the village a bit. Yep, that's my name, Horathon, definitely. Exactly, man. Just exterminator. I'm ignoring that, but... Hello, Blizzing Mellow. I think my two favorite states I've been to are Missouri and Ohio. St. Louis is such a cool city, and Ohio just was chill. Everyone was really chill. You know what? Hold on. Now, before I continue, because I was thinking about this, okay? You know, I already have this, like, pretty large. There's not a ton of buildings, but the roadwork is pretty big. Now, this would be perfect for skyscrapers, because this is still over the mountain, you know? This is basically spawn, but... Okay, yeah, I'm gonna start marking with beacon stuff. Because I wanted to do a farm as well. And, like, I'd love to just have a huge area of only farmland. Skyscraper... I'm just gonna say plaza, because it's the first word that I'm thinking of right now, and it just works, I don't know. Lame gum gum. Field of white corn. Do I? Imagine the barn just sitting on top of the hill. That'd be so cool if... I wonder if I could make that work. I feel like I could. Like, I could have a farmhouse up here, and then the actual barn would be, like, down in this area. It would be really hard to work with, though. I'm just gonna mark it for over here. But I'll put a question mark on it. Put a Walmart over the most beautiful biome? Exactly. Farm can also be there. No, I'm sticking there, and then the main road there will connect to whatever I'll put here. Which should be... Do I have any ideas? No, I don't think I do. Hello, Jim. Part of the city so far. Out of what I've done the neighborhood, I think. It feels the most fleshed out so far, but I think I just love... Mainly the terrain that I actually have here is so perfect. You know what I mean? Like, it just so... It works so well. I should do a school bus tutorial. That's a good, easy idea. Dentist. Ew. I could do that over here. You know what? I'm beacon marking here. And I'm gonna put, what's the word I'm looking for? Strip mall with, like, dentist, barber, etc. Back to, removing the homes of the innocent. Tunnels with lavenders? 4 different schools or just one big one? I'd have to see how I'd feel after one. I feel like I would end up only doing one, just because... Well... Oh no, I guess... But you don't necessarily need a college in every town. Is that true? Well, it depends. Every town, that's true, but... I don't know, we'll see. I might do like 2 or something. I could combine elementary and middle. Yeah, I probably would duplicate it splitzer, just... You never know. I always duplicate things anyway, though. Because you do never know. What a strange well. That, like, was not deep at all. That's so weird. I suppose cars would just... They would turn into the flower, actually. Hello, Melon. Yeah, that's also how we have it, Chris. But From what I understand, it shouldn't be like that everywhere, no? Minecraft's world creation is weird. What the hell even is a van bus? Also, thanks. It's gone for like 20 seconds, but thanks. Back the welcome, or whatever they say. I mean like this. We do a little trolling. Why is this like the only villager house where the floor is not a block up? It's actually in the ground. Weird. Mini bus go up to 13. Do sport trips. Oh, I didn't actually know it was called a van bus. That's interesting. Yeah. Unfortunately, I haven't seen a third target yet, Horathon. It's okay, one will show up eventually. This is a big village. Or was. What? Huh? What were you from? Whatever, it's not important. You're gone now. Honestly, I might be, Georgie Bros. Careful. Careful what you wish for. I'm not even gonna be able to get all of this in one command, am I? Okay, I can only do one at a time. That's great. Or two at a time, actually. What? Oh, you're just not in my command. That is why. I see. And since when were you in charge? Okay. Command soon. True. Yeah, no. No indication of any survivors. Or something. Yeah, what is it? It's Argentina and Spain, right? Done Electromaze before? I don't think I have, but maybe. Is that a smiley face? Yes. I smile. You guys see it? Ignore the bomb hole on the left. The bomb holes on the left. Hello, Velvet. I'm alright. How are you? Who are we blaming? Are we blaming Horathon? I can blame Horathon. What the frick, Horathon? Why'd you do that? 68. So there. It's your fault. Yeah, see, exactly. So glad you owned up to it. Frack. That's your fault too, actually. I just remembered something I didn't add. That's fine. It's not my fault. I mean, it is my fault. Favorite mob in Minecraft? Axolotl, probably. Look at him. He's adorable. It's also the reason I have one in real life. Come back. Why are you hiding? I'm innocent, I swear. See you later, Horathon. We should put him up for adoption? That's so true. The color isn't correct, but I don't care. I'm naming him Squirt anyway, which is my axolotl's name. Where did he go? He's gone. We lost him. Oh, there he is. Bye, Squirt. He's forever gone into the abyss. Oh, he's gonna swim right into that, isn't he? Also, why again? What is wrong with this seed? Sonic is stupid and crazy. You know that's fair enough, yeah. Honestly, relatable. Anyway. Clicking the Sodom map, so true. That one is named Squirt too, right? I think so. I think we named it. I don't remember. Okay, well, at least soon we'll start to be able to get into actually building the stuff, because I know a lot of this has been kind of boring, terraforming and stuff, in this stream especially, but as the roads expand, you know, we'll be able to take spots and be like, yep, put something there, and just start going ham with that. Where's sulfur? Sulfur, I think, is more useful overall, because we have a lot of red blocks already, but I just like the way Cinnabar looks better. They're really good in not contrast, in tandem with each other. I used them on Refresh Arcade, both of them, and it worked really well. You'll see that one eventually. That's coming up for me to record, I think. It's, what is it? Petco and then it, I think? Hello, Santi. My finger hurts. Do you see that over there? Not this stream. Doesn't mean they're safe, though. I'm not going to terraform anything here. Because I kind of want to figure out exactly what I want. I got that side. Like, what do I put a Walmart over there? You know, I think it'd be really funny if I did, right? I put a Walmart there, and then you have to go around the back of the Walmart, and then there's a road there that leads to the, lab. I think that'd be kind of funny. I'm gonna forget that I had that idea, though, which is unfortunate. Yeah, that's true, Speedy. I did private a lot of them. We're getting there, though. It's been kind of annoying to work with some of this terrain, but... What? Why? How? When? Wait, that just... How does that even happen? Okay, look, it's part of the tree, right? But it's shifted up 2 blocks. How the hell does that happen? That doesn't make any sense. What are we doing, Minecraft? This doesn't work. Not really, Speedy. I mean, partially. I just don't need to be out there necessarily. There's no point to them. Yeah, it does feel like a good point to end. Yeah, sure, I'll stand on the roof. Why not? Yeah, we'll continue this obviously eventually. I don't know what Saturday stream will be, but Sunday stream will be Backrooms. And also tomorrow's video will be Backrooms. Again, I'd love if you all would watch that video tomorrow. It's cool for sure. The lore of it is probably some of the most interesting lore I've at least written so far out of all of it. So I'd appreciate if you all would check it out. Black hole just arrived. We're all about to die. Oh, that's good. Anyway, sorry Nova, I couldn't hear you actually. Thank you guys for watching. If you guys did enjoy this video, stretch apparently, great time. Have a fantastic rest of your day or night, scare the shoe mouse, and I will see you on the next one. Peace. Also, Speedy,